Feel incredible!
It's not a cartoon, it's anime!
Yes! Welcome to another episode of Animeshun. Myself, Rob, Brendan's dumbass faces.
Keenan, how could you? I would never.
He would never.
I would never. I'm just like, most of the people are listening to this, not watching it, so they have no idea what you're talking about, sir. So I disagree with you fully. I disagree with you fully.
Listeners always go on YouTube and rewatch the podcast because it's always funnier. There's always a little more probably context to certain things with the faces that we're making at each other and stuff like that. So it's just watch on both, man. Listen on Spotify if you're on the go, but throw on that YouTube, baby, when you get home or at the office, a chance to watch us and have a little bit of fun, man.
Double it up,
man. We need those views anyway on YouTube, man. We need those views and that love, man. We trying to get it cracking on there. No Ice. Well, Ice might pop in. He might pop in late. He said.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's just what he does.
On brand.
Wait. Early? On time? Nah.
Never.
I got to come in late, guys.
He'll grace us with his presence later.
Exactly. You know what we do? Anime podcast, the Animeshun podcast. We review anime. We talk that shit. We debate. We have one-offs. That's what we do out here. And this week we're continuing Brennan's pick. Good old The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Wait. Do you mind if I interrupt for a second?
Go ahead.
I just want to give a shout out. About a year ago, I got a Lyft ride from a guy named Michael Tran. And in the ride, I don't know how we got on it, but we started talking about anime, and he was actually giving me a ride to the office. What he was doing. So we started talking about anime, our anime we liked, and we like a lot of our stuff aligned. Then we actually came to the office, and he's dropping me off. I was like, actually, this is where we shoot the podcast. You want to see it? And so I gave him a tour of the office, and like he was super cool, and like it was just like a cool moment. And I actually completely forgot about it. But then like 2 days ago, he texted me. He said he and his boy are like following our podcast religiously. Just want to give a shout out to us as a podcast and what we do,
nice,
and
man.
that it's just like it's really dope. He said, my boy follows your podcast religiously. We both want to let you know that we love what you do, you and your crew do. So I'm giving him a shout out. I didn't text him back because as soon as I saw the text, I was like, I'm just going to give him a shout out on the podcast to test that religiousness. You know what I'm saying? Michael, if you get this, text me back again. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get this. This is my text back. If you get this message, text me back.
A true test.
Bro.
Yeah, Brennan's low-key a jerk. You can just show him.
How is that a jerk? You text me and I literally give you a shout out on the podcast.
I'm saying that you try to test his loyalty. Like, all right, let's see this motherfucker really is loyal as he say he is.
I personally think he sounds like an honest guy. He seemed like an honest guy.
Okay.
And so it should be fine. If he's been honest about everything he said, then I'm going to get a text in about a week. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's it. Please, as we were. I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir.
Okay. Well, we're continuing the Rising of the Shield Hero. I always keep wanting to say Sword Hero. Rising of the Shield Hero.
That makes sense.
And we're doing episodes 5 through 10 this week. So go ahead and set us off, Rob.
Yeah, here we go. Actually, 6 through 10, but...
I'm sorry, 6 through 10.
6 through 10. Quick clarification there. But no, episode 6, it takes us... Right off the bat, the newly transformed Philo, they take her to go see Boss. She now has this like childlike angelic form because they need to get her some clothes. You know, it can't be walking around with a naked little girl. His reputation's already pretty bad. But they find out that she's actually a queen Philolyle, which is, basically every herd has like a king and a queen.
Wait, Philolyle? I would say Filolial.
Filolial?
Filolial, yeah.
I don't know, man. Filolial, I'll change it up.
I'm watching the dub. They say Filolial.
Filolial? Okay. So it's a queen Filolial. And it allows her to transform into a human form. But they basically have to go to a specialist to go get her clothes that will transform with her. So now Fumi's annoyed by this because, basically he has to also buy a special crest from the slaver to tame her. And he's out a lot more money than he bargained for at this point, for what he thought was going to be a cheap purchase. But they do find a dressmaker that's happy to make her some clothes, but they need a magic thread. So they go to the magic shop where, now Fumi already has a connection with the witch there, only to find out she requires a special crystal to make the thread, and hers recently broke. So sounds like a quest. So she also does inform them that, Philo has a magic affinity to wind. So they head out. They do some adventuring. We see a montage of Naofumi healing some sick, learning some magic, and trading his wares in town. Eventually, they come across a trader in the road and find that they've made a name for themselves, basically called the Savior of the Heavenly Fowl, because of Philo, I guess, is that her? How do they say her name in Philo? It's Philo in the dub. All right. So they find out, because of her appearance, everybody just calls them the Heavenly Fowl. So soon they're blocked off on the road by some bandits who want the merchant's gear, but Raftalia and, Philo make quick work of them, despite them having a class upgraded NPC in their party. Now Fumi ends up taking the bandits' possessions in exchange for their lives, and the merchant is like, hey, man, you're a true traitor. I'm going to teach you everything I know, share all my contacts with you. I'm going to hook you up, basically. So through these teachings, now Fumi learns, how to harvest gems and enchant them with magic. And through the trading guild, finds out information on the other three heroes. Basically, the spear hero stopped a famine in a nearby village with a magic seed. The sword hero recently defeated a dragon. And the bow hero is leading, a rebellion somewhere on the outskirts of the country. But he also finds out, where...
They all sound so amazing. That's some good heroes, guys.
It sounds like they're doing some good hero stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. He also finds out, hey, this is a place where you can find more magic gems. The trader hooks him up. I think it sounded like he gave him a deed to this mine or this area. So they go with the witch, in tow. They go head to this dungeon, which was the lair of this evil alchemist, and to go find the crystal. And inside, the first hint of this, we find an empty chest with a warning about a seed that it holds and how it was meant to be a blessing and end hunger, but really was more of a curse. Yeah. So that's empty and missing. So, that'll probably come back up later. Hint, hint. Deeper, they go into the dungeon and they find basically crystals guarded by the monsters. And the worst of them is this kind of chimera thing that has this supernatural hearing. But eventually they overpower it using some sound magic. Basically they use Philo's cry to amplify it and deafen the thing and stab it to death when it's reeling back. And with that, they're able to get the crystal, create a thread that gets Philo some transforming clothes. And now Fumi doesn't have to look like such a pedophile in his party. Episode 7. It helps a little bit. The next episode starts with the team on a job from the merchant, basically delivering herbicides to a nearby village. And when they arrive, they see vines just completely overgrowing the roads, the walls of the town, and they find out it's even worse than it appears when they get there. The people are being overtaken by the plants. People are becoming sick. And some of the plants have even started to become monsters. So after curing some of the sick, they recognize, oh, you must be the savior of the heavenly fowl, and ask him to save their town. And he agrees, of course, for, his price. And it turns out that this is all just connected to the spear hero and his work to end the famine by using this cursed seed that we heard about in the previous episode. So the heroes fight their way through the town, eventually coming to a central tree monster that gives Philo and Raftalia kind of more than they can handle. But using his magic and the herbicide, now Fumi's able to kill it. And he's also able...
That was boss how he killed it. When he walked through, when he was walking through and just this ain't shit to me. I thought that moment was dope. I was like, this dude, he's really walking in his purpose in this episode. Okay, I see you, bro.
Yeah, when those vines just melted away, that was pretty cool. But he's able to harvest the seeds and, use his magic basically to genetically modify the plant, basically. So basically it'll still bear a ton of fruit, but it won't overgrow and turn into monsters and become this awful thing. So
that GMO fruit ain't good for you, baby. It ain't gonna be good. You just gonna kill them slowly now. That's all. Seedless grapes. Come on, man.
The silent killer. Meanwhile, we start to see more jealousy kind of bubbling between Philo and Raftalia as they fight over Naofumi's attentions. But Naofumi Fumi, he sells his genetically modified seeds to the town, and the merchant picks up another delivery job, which takes them to a town full of hot springs. Raftalia thinks it's a time for her to cozy up with Naofumi, but he seems to be giving more attention to Philo, but it's not romantic, at least not from his side. So while she fumes that night, she's, deciding, hey, I need to basically go find a way to give this guy a gift, to hopefully win his heart over. So she heard a rumor that a bird lives up in the nearby mountains that creates these crystals that have powerful love magic. He's into crystals now, so she sets off to find one, but of course runs into Philo, who is also in search of the same bird, but she just wants to eat the eggs. She just eats everything. So they start to bicker over Naofumi and fall off a ledge on top of a huge boar, and then they're forced to finally cooperate in order to survive. And of course they run off, and soon they find the nest with the eggs in the crystal protected by the bird, but that boar followed them there, charges the nest, sending the crystal flying, breaking the eggs, and then they turn on the boar angrily, team up, and they actually end up beating it, and they sell its carcass.
Beating the shit out of it.
You see them line up, and then the next scene it's just like the carcass like hung over their shoulder. But they're able to get some money for it, and they basically sell it to buy some crafting tools for Naofumi, just show their appreciation for him. So the next episode is Raftalia and Philo sleep. Naofumi is working on making them some jewelry with those tools, basically some gifts. The next morning, they see a couple travelers that warn them that, like, hey, if you keep going down this road, you're going to end up dead. Like, there's a sickness that's overtaken the next village, and it's just killing all the residents. So Naofumi arrives, and they instantly recognize him as the savior, ask him to see what he can do to, heal their sick. So he does what he can, but he's only really able to cure their symptoms, not really the disease. So the doctors tell him, they believe the source of the disease is this rotting dragon corpse. Remember that, up in basically the nearby mountains. And it's the one that the sword hero had killed recently. Now, Fumi agrees to take care of the issue for a very high pay rate, which makes one of the doctors mad. But now Fumi reminds them, like, hey, I never called myself a savior. So the adventurers head up the mountain the next day with face coverings, charging through the weak monsters with ease. Eventually, they do arrive at the dragon's corpse. However, the thing rises from the dead and attacks them with like poison breath.
Dragon zombie.
Yeah, and Philo, hates dragons, charges into attack and is, she gets a few good blows in there, and they're even just like, hey, maybe we can fight this thing. But when she goes in alone, and she just gets overpowered and swallowed whole by this dragon, just one gulp down the throat, and it looks pretty bad. But now Fumi starts to lose it, wonders if he's losing everything again. The curse commands start to come back to him, feeding off of his hate, and his eyes and the crystal in his shield turn to a red color, and fire surrounds him, and he just sets the dragon on fire, basically talking about death and killing and hating this whole place. And it's only really when Raftalia grabs his arm that he kind of comes to, but she's also covered in burns and marks from this curse, and his healing magic really isn't able to do much. It seems like all is lost when suddenly the dragon collapses and Philo just like kicks her way out of the dragon's stomach. And it turns out, while she was in there, she figured out the dragon was being controlled by this purple crystal, maybe the one from the bird's nest, I don't know. But she ate it, stopping the magic that powered the undead dragon. So they rush back down the mountain to try to cure Raftalia, but the curse damage is way too strong for the local doctors to cure. They tell Naofumi he's going to need holy water from one of the churches in the major cities. So it turns out that Philo found another crystal inside the dragon as well, one she didn't have to throw up or shit out, and she gives that one to Naofumi. And he feeds it to his shield and unlocks a skill that I'm sure will come up later. But right now he's still too low level to use it. In the end, Naofumi realizes that, if he lost his cool, he could have killed both Raftalia and Philo with his curse magic, and vows like, I got to get stronger to protect the people that believe in him. He does have people that care about him now. Episode 9, while out adventuring, they run into a young girl on the road named Melty. She's obsessed with philolials and is very excited to meet Philo. Now Fumi allows Philo to stay and play while he and Raftalia head back to town to cure more sick people. But that night, Philo returns with Melty in tow. It turns out she was separated from her traveling group, and needs an escort back to the capital. Naofumi is a little worried considering his reputation, but agrees, mostly for the reward. And outside, the queen's spy is watching this all go down. The next day, they head for the capital, and Naofumi tells the doctors, he'll be back for his pay. But we get a short montage showing their antics on the road. But one night while they camp, Naofumi finds out Philo's feathers may have a sleep magic effect to them, when basically it turns out they all basically instantly fall asleep while just, touching her feathers. Finally, they get back to the capital, hoping to avoid confrontation. Philo goes to take Melty back to her family and collect the reward, while Naofumi and Raftalia head to the church to get the holy water. There, he runs into the Pope, who was impressed with the duel that he had with the spear hero. He saw the whole thing and seems to want to give him a fair shake. He even admonishes some of his priestesses who tried to, cheat him with some inferior holy water. And he tells Naofumi that, the Lord should treat everybody equally. So maybe this
the Lord
guy's
treats money from everybody equally is what he said.
Well, that is some real shit.
I was like, when he said that, I was like, yo, this might be the realest pastor I've ever seen.
That is true.
He's like, no. Give them what they paid for. Money. God looks at money the same from whoever it comes from. It's like, oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That is real. Outside, a guard tries to talk with Naofumi, but Naofumi, of course, has a bad taste in his mouth from his experience with the guards and basically just takes off running to avoid him. He loses him in the crowd, but runs into the spear hero and Miney, who want round 2 for their duel. This time,
bruh, this
time,
woman,
oh my god,
the spear hero.
Unbelievable. And the reasoning this time is just ridiculous. He this time he wants to fight for Philo's freedom because he has a weird infatuation and crush on her because of her wings.
She's an angel shit. Yeah.
He's into angels.
She's a fucking child.
Weird, dude. It's very strange. Again,
bro.
Now Fumi doesn't want to fight. And, the guard reappears to basically try and stop it. But Miney has a royal decree, and she makes it mandatory. And now Fumi defends himself as best he can, but the market around them is totally damaged until Melty reappears and puts a stop to it. And it turns out, dun, 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 she is also a princess and actually Miney's little sister. So Melty explains.
And person line for the crown.
Yeah, we find that out a little bit later, too.
Sorry.
Jumping the gun, but that's all good. Melty explains to the spear hero what a fool he's been and basically points out, all his destruction and threatens Miney with reporting what she's done to their mom. The spear hero then sees Philo and, makes the mistake of referring to Naofumi's fat bird. So Philo transforms into the bird, says, oh, you mean this one? And again, kicks him right in the nuts.
Nut check.
Even though he had nut armor on too, and she went right through that shit.
Yeah. She did. The gang heads to Boss's armory, and Melty explains here, this is where we find out, she's first in the line because basically everybody knows how much Miney sucks. So I guess they just skip right over her. But basically she's like, I want to discuss matters with you as the shield hero. She didn't know who he was, but Naofumi, of course, wants nothing to do with any of the royals based on his experiences. And in the last episode, everybody's kind of shocked that he's basically telling her to fuck off. But he stands his ground, saying, I can't trust any of you, and tells her to leave. And in a flashback, we do see this is the queen, that we've seen in a couple other scenes. And she's basically instructed Melty to go heal things over with the shield hero because the king is, mistreating him and things are not going well. Outside, the guard and a group of other adventurers await. It turns out they're from the Loot Village and want to join the party. And Naofumi is reluctant at first, but is just like, hey, come back with 150 silver and I'll consider it. So they take off. Naofumi buys Raftalia a sword, leaves his armor behind to get some upgrades. But he also asks, Boss about class upgrades since Philo and Raftalia, they're at a certain level, they can get even more powerful, but they're going to have to go back to the church for that. On the way, he talks to Raftalia about, hey, what do you want your class to be? She wants him to pick. She's just kind of used to him making all the decisions, but he tells her, no, it's got to be something you're happy with. So when I leave, you can still, make a life that you're happy with. And this is kind of the first time she's really ever thought about him leaving. But at the church, crusty old priestesses deny him the class upgrade. The Pope isn't there to help him out. Oh my God. And so he's resorted to go back to the slaver instead. And slaver tells him, I can't do class upgrades for you, but there are a bunch of other kingdoms out there that, might be way more friendly to you. What I do have, though, are some, weapons for Philo's claws, and also, lead on a new job, clearing out city sewers of some monsters, which, they do easily. That night at the inn, Naofumi works on Raftali's curse wounds, which seem to be clearing up. And she starts to basically beg him to stay in their world after the waves are over, and almost confesses her feelings for him. But Philo wakes up, ruins the mood. While out adventuring, the group sees ruin and despair along the way. Apparently, the revolutionaries that the bow hero helped out were not the good guys that they seem to be, and have made life hard on the people. Cranking taxes way up. Over policing the place. But now Fumi and crew set up a kitchen to feed the refugees. And speaking of the other heroes, the bow and sword hero are at the next pub they visit, and they're pissed. They accuse Naofumi of stealing their jobs. However, Naofumi explains to them, like, hey, it's not me stealing your jobs. Like, you guys have been reckless as fuck. Like, you've been out there sowing chaos without, staying around to make sure that it's okay. And he explains, this is, you killed the dragon and left this behind. You started this revolution and didn't stay behind to make sure that people were okay. And the bow hero doesn't believe him, but the sword hero is kind of just like, I don't know why he'd be lying. This guy might have a point. So the gang returns to see Boss pick up the upgraded equipment. When the other adventurers return with their 150 silver, now Fumi tells him, hey, take that money, go buy yourself some fucking better gear. And then, yeah, you can join the party. So elsewhere,
which was dope. I love that he did that. He's like, yo, give me some fucking money if you want to be on my team. They're like, that's a lot of money. Get the money. And then he came back, like, yo, y'all, I can't have y'all dying on my team. Y'all gear was sorry. So go use that money and get some better gear, please.
Teachable moment.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that as well. And elsewhere, we see the queen again. She's, asking her spy to continue watching Naofumi as basically the next wave is starting up. And we see this other woman standing ominously in the chaos. So I'm sure we'll find out more about her next time.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I used to hate it. Whenever that voice would come on, I'd fucking flip a table over.
Because it was always episodes of powering up, and then it's like, all right, shit. We gotta wait again.
I used to be so mad at that shit.
We gonna say Brendan?
Huh?
You were about to say something before I cut you off. My bad.
No, I'm good. We're good.
Okay. So now on to the question portion of the show, as always. Who do you have winning in a one-on-one fade fighting, if you know what a fade is? Philo
I'm on the same
or
page.
Rathchalia? I personally have Filio. I'm sorry, Filio. I have Filio. I think she seems like she loves the fight. She seems like she wants all the smoke. And she seems like there hasn't been a time where she's wanted to even thought about backing down. Whereas I felt like Rathchalia has had moments where she was a sucker out here in these streets. And she's bossed up a lot. She's leveled up. She's bossed up. But Filio, she's never had that moment. I feel like she just got mad heart and she has zero fear. And she's a princess, I guess, or a queen or whatever the fuck, or a god, I don't know.
One of those things.
That would be. I would choose her. I just don't think that Rathchalia just has the fade that she does. I don't know. Maybe she does because she has more magic and she can do other different things. But I'm putting my money on. If I got to put my $100, I'm putting 100 on Philo. Brandon?
Oh yeah, I'm 100% with you, bro. Like Philo. I thought it was Philo, but whatever.
Philo. I'm sorry, maybe Philo. My bad.
I don't know. I could be getting crushed by pronunciation, so I'm not even going to pretend like I know. But for me, in my mind, when I'm reading it, I always say Philo. But nah, bro, like, how many times has Rathchalia been injured and had to be healed? How many times has Philo been... Philo got eaten by a dragon and literally tore out his stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, there's no competition here. Like, Philo, like I said, always wants to smoke with anybody. Like, she's taken out one of the heroes twice now. You know what I'm saying? Just on a side note, just like, oh yeah, one kick from me and you're completely out of commission. Like, those are what the waves of catastrophe are supposed to do. Like, this one fucking hen-looking motherfucker can kick this guy one time and it's over. So, like, Philo is that truth. And now she got those extra claws on her feet, bro. Like, we know. It's like, she is not here for the games. Like, zero games with Philo.
Never been in danger. Even when she got eaten by the dragon, it was like, we saw blood. He was like, bro, that was just food I threw up, man. Now, I wasn't, there was never no point.
I was full.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to imagine, she came out that dragon's stomach with zero damage. She didn't have to heal her. There was literally nothing. She was like,
Nothing.
oh yeah, I just ripped out his stomach and ate its source of power. No big deal. How you guys been up to? What y'all been up to? It's like, oh, that's just how you rolling out here, huh? Like, I don't know. Rob. Yeah.
I mean, I'll play devil's advocate. I'll take Raftalia in this one, honestly, if only because I think you brought it up, Keenan. You know, she's got more access to magic. Like if she throws that invisibility spell on, like that gives her an edge. Number one. Number two, like as strong as Philo is, and I do agree with all the points you made, she's reckless. And I think like if Raftalia played it smart, she could, she certainly has punched above her weight class when in that first wave, she was taking down those big dudes single-handedly, no problem. Like she can handle it on her own. She's definitely like Dragon Fight, not her best showing. Clearly, when it comes to the poison stuff, she's got some work to do. But I think it would be closer than we think. I think Raftalia's got some tricks up her sleeve. She's also technically, when we see the readouts, higher level. So, I mean, she does have a little bit of an edge.
Tell me any L that you've ever seen Philo take.
Even close.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Rob, I see Rob. That's why I said Raftali. Her only edge is playing it really smart and doing different things that might be to get because she's Philo.
I'm just saying we put our money.
Yeah, she's all about just pound for pound. Like I'm knocking you out. She's coming in like Tyson. She's trying to knock your head off. But if you take her to deep water, she might take a L. If she goes against
all
a
I'm
boxer,
saying is, Rob, you got to put your money on this. This is like my rent money for next month. You going with Raftalia over Philo?
Sounds like I'm about to get fucking $200. You guys are going to be splitting my 100.
I wish there was some kind of way that we could test this. That's all I have to say.
Oh man.
Because I will put the money 100% on
That'd be
Philo.
hilarious.
I think Raftalia, I think you're right though, Rob. I think Raftalia is not to be underestimated. I fully agree with that.
At all.
At all. She has no hoe in her. There's no question about that. But my point being is that it doesn't matter. I don't think she has anything that's going to be to take down Philo, is my point. It's like, if the dragon's bite can't take down Philo, what she thinks she's going to do with that little sword? You know what I'm saying? Like, her magic's going to be able to keep her hidden and get her like a strike from behind or some shit. But like, nothing has even injured this motherfucker yet. What is she going to do?
Yeah, she better go with like one good lunge, one good stab with that like invisibility attack. And if that's the decision maker right there. Like if that attack works, then like she's got a chance. If that like bounces off, just give up then.
Yeah, just like lay the sword down.
Your best bet is to cut her head off. Because if you even stab her and she survives the stab, I think she can still beat her. You got to cut Philo's head off immediately with the invisibility. I got you, bitch. And it's over. You win the fight.
I'm here for that. I agree.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
All right, so we didn't see much from the king this week. But who do you think is a better king between him and King? What's his name? Serwyn?
Was it Swain from Vinland Saga?
Yeah, Swain from Vinland Saga. And which would you rather live under? Go fuck yourself, Rob. This is your question.
Yeah, Rob, man, fuck you, Rob. What the fuck?
Well, because I was thinking about this.
Fuck you, Rob.
Well, like, because I think if these nations go to war or whatever, King Swain is taking this dude out. This dude is like mismanaging like his kingdom all over the place. They barely manage to get by on one wave. Meanwhile, this dude is like conquering England, from a continent, from basically a sea away. Like this, when it comes down to like a rulership versus, I think King Swain's got it all day. Personally, I still want to live under the king from Shield Hero. Like if I had to pick a ruler, I'd pick him because life just seems better there. Honestly, things on Vinland Saga, like shit is bleak. You got to go out there and get to, burning and pillaging. Like if you want to make it through the winter, here, it still seems like, waves are a problem, but day to day is all right. You don't have people necessarily there's a civilization, there's a culture. You got a city, King Swain, man, for those Vinland Saga, man, that's a rough time to be alive.
I don't know. Damn, Rob. I hate this question.
I hate his question and his fucking answer. Fuck you, Rob.
Because I feel like I kind of agree with Rob in the sense of who's a better king. I think it's definitely Swain.
They're both pieces of shit. Because that's the other part is King Swain is a typical shitty anime dad. I mean, he's at least backing his daughter up here. Like, he's got Miney's back. Like, he's supportive. You know, it's a shitty
But
cause,
she's a piece
but
of shit.
she sucks. But like, if it was from her point of view, we'd be like, oh, like he's a good dad.
Great father. I would still say Swain is a better king. Just the side of Vinland Saga that we saw was just so gritty and how shit was being done. That just seems like a scary time to live under, like a scary reign to live under. It just seems, like you said, this seems bad when, you know, the waves come and shit hits the fan. It's like, oh, we got to weather the storm. Once you weather the storm, it's kind of just like, we kind of live decent, you know. Nobody really bothers anybody. It seems like it doesn't seem like people are going to other, you know, towns and just like killing each other for no reason.
Yeah.
Killing seems like it comes mostly from the waves. So I feel like I would rather live in that. And then I feel like we haven't seen much from the king here. He hasn't really shown his reign like that. Besides with his daughter and stuff like that, with the shield hero and stuff. So that's what
I'm getting the impression that he may not even wield most of the power in this kingdom.
I was thinking that also.
Brennan's looked to camera.
No comment. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Swain for both answers. I do agree with what your answers were, just saying how the kingdom life is in general under other dumbass king. But the thing is, you also have to remember this kingdom also has fucking magic and shit. So it's not even just like King Swain is like ruling over a land that's like, oh yeah, famine happens. That's famine. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like for them, they could be like, let's call it a fucking wizard adventurer with a magic seed, and one of the heroes can change it. Now the whole town is fucking healed. Like that shit don't happen in real fucking life. So I think King Swain, because he's dealing with real motherfucking problems on a consistent basis. And yeah, it's not that great, but I feel like if they both were dealt the same cards, that Swain's gonna have a better kingdom. And so, like, Swain's who you want on your side. Like, he's going to do whatever it takes to make sure that kingdom's okay, too. I got to kill my own son to make sure the kingdom is going to be able to prosper. Fuck it. I don't care. The kingdom over everything. And I'm a king. I'm a subject of the kingdom. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Whereas fucking Swain is just like, nah, my personal beliefs over everything. That's the most dangerous kind of king. That's the most dangerous kind of king you could have. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'll give you that.
So for me, that's where I'm at. I say that the danger is in the person takes their own personal beliefs over the beliefs or needs of the kingdom. So I'm going with Swain on both fronts.
Interesting.
I won't even argue with that, Brendan.
Yeah, I can see it.
Ice's group text us. I don't know if you saw. He said, he said meeting's running long. I'll drop by soon. He ain't dropping in. Anyway,
he ain't late as fuck. We got to give this man a weight vest for every minute a pound.
He ain't dropping it, so we ain't worried about that. All right, so next question. Oh, did I answer? Oh yeah, I answered.
Yeah.
So next question. Have you ever had women fight over you? Brennan.
Unfortunately,
do you
no.
mean physically or just arguing, or what do you mean? Or both?
Anything at all. I have never had this happen before. I've kind of always wanted it. I have never once had women have a dispute over me.
The ego of Brennan, of course he fucking did.
Yeah, I wanted it. You know how good that would feel? It's like, oh wait, you both want me to the point you're gonna like debate about it?
Yes, do it, fight. I can see Brennan just like,
oh yeah, I'll be here for it, bro.
Would you like literally? Would you? I feel like Brennan would be.
I'd be eating popcorn, bro. Huh?
You wouldn't break it up.
I mean, it depends on how serious it got.
Damn.
If it's just a verbal confrontation, I'd be sitting there just like.
Brendan's eating popcorn during a verbal confrontation. He's
eating
an
popcorn.
asshole, bro.
Eating fucking popcorn, bro. Like, hey, you're both grown women. You can handle yourself. Handle yourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the adult in the room here. Y'all are adults. Y'all making your own choices. If I get asked for help, then I might show up. You know what I'm saying? If it starts turning to blows, I'm definitely gonna stop it. But if they just trying to talk,
how many blows first? Are you letting somebody get off first?
I would stop any physical confrontation before a blow happened if I could.
You gonna be eating popcorn on the fucking couch. You ain't gonna be to get up on time.
Hey man, I feel like I would know the energy shifts. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on it. I just go, she's talking about her mama now. You know what I'm saying? Let me stand over here in between these motherfuckers. It's about to get wild.
Just like slowly, like get in between them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob?
Definitely not like physically, for sure. I mean, I had a time where there was somebody I was interested in, and like her friend was into me, and I wasn't really into the friend, and it became a thing where it's just like, oh no, like he doesn't like me, so if like you hook up with them, like if you guys get together, we can't be cool anymore. And she was just like, I gotta go with my girl over you, and that sucked. You know, that blew. But But that's really it. Like, that's the only time I can really think of it, you know, something like that.
Yeah, I feel like mine was minor also. It was never really any blows. I would never let it get to blows either. I don't like drama at all. So I don't get off when like, yeah, they're going like, I'm not like Brennan, like, yeah, puppets dance for me, ladies.
I didn't say that. And I'm
That's
not
essentially what it is. That's
No, bro,
essentially
it's
what
just
it
feed the
is.
ego. Feed the ego, man. I'm here for it.
I don't like my
Like-
ego fed that much like that in that sense anyway.
I do.
Because
I
just
want
feel
my
like,
ego. My ego stays hungry.
we know, Brennan. We definitely know.
That quote is going to come back and haunt me. I shouldn't have said
I'm
that.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm
Especially
sure
for Rob.
Rob's
We're
going
gonna
to
be
have it
somewhere in
long
a
for
meeting.
sure.
I know. I said we're going to be somewhere in a meeting and then Rob's going to be like, I'm going to say something like, nah, man, I don't want to hear that, whatever. Like, I'm sorry, what did you say? Your ego stays hungry? I'm like, oh.
Yeah, right.
So I apologize for that statement. So I'm going to say that I apologize.
No, you gotta play- you already said
mean
it,
that.
Sam.
I
Keep
didn't
that
mean
in my
that.
pocket for later.
I did not mean that. I did not mean that.
Rob wears shirt pockets anyway, so it's sliding
I
right in that
retract-
shirt pocket.
I retract that statement.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I feel like actually Ice has a story about women fighting over him for some reason. I just know.
Of course he
has some
does.
shit.
Of course he does.
Of course he
There's probably-
does.
I bet you there's guns in it. I will bet you whatever money. And then she pulled out a gun. I couldn't believe that shit. I guarantee you. There's gun or knife or some kind of weapon gets pulled on somebody for Ice.
Brendan's a jerk, bro.
Okay. When he pulls up, that's exactly the question we asked. All right. If and when he pulls up, I want you to ask that question, Keenan. And everybody's keep a straight face until he talks about the weapon. Because it's gonna happen.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
I'm doubting that one.
All
Yeah,
right,
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, but we have
I'm
a kind of
down
a
now.
continuation. This is actually one of Ice's questions.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever got into it with a homie over a girl?
Who are you asking?
Okay, I'll go first. Not me personally. I've had men angry with me because a girl liked me and they like the girl, and so they'll either say some corny shit or they'll lie on me, and I'm like, "Bro, what are you doing?" Like, me personally, I would never. I'm always like the woman chooses. It's always her choice. So whomever she wants to be with, whoever she likes the most, that's the choice that she makes. I ain't gonna sit here and be like, I ain't gonna get mad at my boy for anything like that, or like I'm not gonna fight. At least from what I know, none of my close friends have ever really disrespected my woman, and I had to go off on them. I've had times where like kind of like people that I know have said something about, hey bro, you need to check yourself. And normally it checks itself within that moment, but it never got to a point where I had to get into any physical altercations or something like that. Bernie?
No. My life with women has been pretty chill, bro. Pretty boring.
I
No
asked this
fights.
question too because I'm sure he's. Oh man, I've had to knock somebody out. They just pull out a gun on him.
You know, I had the baddest girl on campus, so you know.
No, I'm just going over what Brendan said about the gun. I had to pull out a gun on my homeboy because he put out a gun on me. Now we got guns facing each other. Now
Yo,
it's
this
like
shit was crazy, bro. I can't believe neither one of us shot.
I don't believe that, but that's hilarious. I feel like Rob.
Similar to my last answer, definitely never physically. There were a few times maybe where, a buddy of mine and I, like our interests might have overlapped, and it kind of was just more of like a, may the best man win sort of situation, and sometimes there were some hard feelings over that, but I never lost any friends over like girls or anything like that. I can't think of anybody where I'm just like, no, to this day, we still don't talk because
To this day.
but yeah, definitely nothing that like any real relationships were ruined over that I can think of.
Okay. All right, next question. Oh, my bad. I was looking at. I'll try to find my question. So, would you rather live in this reality or stay in our reality and live here? If you had a choice to live in the Shield hero reality, and that's where from now on, that's where you get to live at.
As who?
As I was gonna have it as yourself, but we can answer both as yourself or one of the heroes. So I'll go first. As myself, I feel like I'm staying here. I just feel like it's just way too much pressure to try to live there and have to level up, or if I'm a regular towns person, have to deal with just that type of death. Maybe because I'm used to this living here. Maybe because they're used to living over there. They probably be like, it's scary here. There's people just killing each other and there's COVID and shit like that. Like, they'd probably be freaking the fuck out coming here.
Yeah, no magic here, you know?
Yeah, there's no healing potion for COVID. Oh, like, it's just like, you know.
But the holy water, right? You can wrap yourself in holy. Like, no, can't wrap yourselves in holy water.
No, you sure
Not
can.
that-
Not
Oh,
when you
you
really
can.
do much.
Yeah, out here.
There's a very low,
Exactly.
very low probability of anything good happening from that.
No demi-humans, at least that we know of here. You know, there might be some kind of weird stuff going on, but we don't know. Conspiracy kid. But even as like a hero, I don't know, man. When I think of hero, I would just want to be like a Goku. So I would need that power to want to live.
But he
like
gets his ass whooped and dies all the time.
But because he's stupid. Like, I'm not saying I want Goku's mindset. If I had Goku's power, I'd be more intelligent than him. I wouldn't die from the way he's died. He's died because he's a fucking idiot at times. Or he's reckless, or he's careless. He's just not smart. Mm-hmm. Like, Frieza's never killing me because I was sitting there turning my back on Frieza, like, yeah, or whatever the case may be. I would have killed Frieza out the fucking, oh, you killed my people? Even though I didn't know my people like that, you're dead, bitch. You out of here. So I'd rather stay on Earth in both instances. Rob.
If I'm a hero, I kind of think I might want to take the other one, to be honest with you. Like, shit sucks here right now. It's bad, man.
You can't discount 2020, man.
Oh, my God. 2020 has been just like one gut punch after another. And things are a mess. And then magic might be kind of nice. Might be kind of interesting to, check that out. So, like, as a hero, I feel like you got to give the other world an edge in that one. I think in that one, like, I'm at least trying it out. You know what I mean? Like, I want to at least do, like, the trial period.
No, I feel like this isn't a trial period thing. You're there, you're not.
Like, if you can guarantee me, like, you get, like, a legendary weapon, like, you're basically, like, royalty wherever you go. I'm like, damn, that sounds kind of nice. Like, that's not so bad. Like, that's all right.
But you also have to fight the waves.
I have, like, a whole heads-up display about my levels. Like, that'll help me.
But
like,
you have to fight the waves. Like,
right?
Well, the thing is, I'll say is, wait, I want to hear, can we ask this question like...
Nothing's free, Brennan. Nothing is free.
Next week? I'd like to ask this question again next week, Keenan.
Well, they've already fought a wave before, right?
Yeah, but like I said, I'd like to ask this question again next week after the next wave.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Brennan has watched this, so he probably knows.
So far, like, these waves are like...
they ain't shit. Yeah, they ain't shit.
Really,
right. They ain't shit. Cool.
You got some, like, skeletons and some bees and, like...
Ain't shit. Yeah. So, like I said, let's ask a question again next week.
But if I'm just a regular old, like, just me, like, I'll probably stay here. Like, that's not that big of an upgrade. Like, because even if you like fight or you want to fight or level in that world, like if you're just like a regular townsperson, we saw in one of the episodes, they're like, oh yeah, some 3 dudes went into town to go like fight those plant monsters to level up. And like Philo had to go pull their ass out of the fire. Like she had to go back into town and grab them because they were, knocked the fuck out. So it's definitely tough out there for the regular people. So if I'm just me, I'm staying here. Better the monster,
Brennan?
I'm staying here on both accounts. I ain't trying to fight no goddamn monsters. I don't care if I have a legendary weapon. Like, my life is so much less at risk, and I'm having a good ass time in this world right now.
That's
things
fair.
Things are going well. I got no complaints. I get to do what I want. Yeah, the 2020 sucks. You know what I'm saying? I fully agree with that. But at the same time, it's better than fighting a dragon. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to fight a dragon corpse. I don't want to fight a zombie dragon. I don't see, like, it doesn't seem exciting to me. Like, it's like, of course it's exciting in the sense of my adrenaline's going to be pumping, whatever, but it's like, do I want that to be my morning when I wake up? Like, oh, what are you doing today? Oh, this giant war shall be happening, and I'll be on the front lines. Yeah, I'm probably the strongest person, but I actually don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, until you fight, you never know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, at some point, there's going to be somebody stronger than you. Like, regardless of how strong or legendary your weapon is, what show or event have you ever seen outside of like One Punch Man, where people don't get tested? Mm-hmm. Everybody gets tested. Goku died how many times? That had to be fun. I'm good. I like the life where I don't have to die and I don't have to fight people to survive and save the goddamn world.
Well,
like,
I hate to break it to you, but you are going to die eventually in this world.
That's fine. And that's fine. But I'm saying I'm going to die of whatever reason. I'm probably not going to die because I got stabbed through the heart with a sword. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a low probability
low probability.
It's not impossible.
Non-zero. Yeah, it's not
It's
a zero.
Lot higher. It's a lot higher in that fucking fantasy world.
For sure.
A lot higher. 0.03% versus 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Like, I like the natural causes possibility of death. That sounds cool to me.
Yeah, at least as a hero though, you get a fighting chance. Like if you're just like a regular old villager, you're done.
Yeah. So for me, on both accounts, I'm staying my black ass right here.
Okay. So next question. Have you ever had to be the bad guy to help people? Or perceived as one to help people? Brennan?
Almost every day. And I don't mean that in so much like the bad guys, like, but I'm the one who normally has to say the difficult thing. And I think both of you have witnessed me do that before. Oh, yeah. It's like, I don't want to say any of this. I don't want to say any of this. There's no way that this conversation is going to go well. It's going to end well, but it won't go well. And those conversations are a consistent part of my life now. That is not fun. This is my least favorite part about being the person that's in the leadership position is that you're the one who has to fire people. You're the one that has to have those really, really difficult conversations that you don't want to have. Like, oh, we have a differing interest that is close to both of our hearts. And the stakes of this conversation are big. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just a conversation to deciding what's happening for me. This is happening for all of these people. These decisions we're making are affecting more than us. And so those are hard conversations and hard decisions to make. And I have to consistently do it. And a lot of times while we're in those conversations, people can look at me about the way that I approach or the things I say and say, yo, Brennan's a fucking asshole. And I like to be an asshole in the playful way. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of just talking shit or whatever. But when it comes down to like people's welfare and like actually people things that matter for people, I don't want to be the asshole, but like sometimes there's no way to avoid that. And a lot of times there isn't. And it's just like, yo, this is what it is. Like this is just what it is. And just have to go forward with that.
Rob?
Honestly, not that I can think of.
I can't, motherfucker.
Certainly not on that scale.
I could think of some shit, Rob, when we play those goddamn board games, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
Rob is a goddamn villain, but who am I?
I'm a villain? What are you talking about?
Yo, your spiteful nature? Are you kidding me? Like, I did one thing one time, and it will come back to haunt me forever because you're the bad guy now. But whatever, who am I?
I don't even know what in particular this is in reference to, but it sounds like you were holding on to this.
You don't know? Okay, that makes me happy.
I don't.
I'm not bringing it back. I'm not bringing it back. We're good.
I forget, honestly. But I would have board game thing, sure. But like when it real life thing, I can't think of a time. Certainly not where like necessarily stakes were super high, where I had to like be the bad guy. The only time I could think of was just like at one point, like, back in the day when I was graduated from college, I did like a summer like camp where you kind of, I was like a counselor just for kids at like a summer camp about like making films. And sometimes you had to be like, all right, like, they're having fun, but you gotta like, and if I were their age, I'd want to be doing that too. But you gotta be like, no, I'm the authority figure here. Like I'm in charge. Like I gotta be like, all right, everybody, like shut the fuck up. We're supposed to do this like coursework right now. Like we gotta do this. So I can teach you how to make like a film because your parents like paid money for you to make a film on this camp and you gotta figure something out by the end of it. But in that time, you gotta be like a motivator. Like, but other than that, I can't really think of anything personally.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can think of a few times, and I think a
Bet
lot of
you
times,
can.
I think it had to do with like a lot of times with work. And I remember, and then honestly, I guess I just say after Brennan, I didn't realize it as much, but after Brennan kind of gave me this leadership book. When you become a leader, you kind of have to be that at times. There's nothing you can really do. You have to kind of be, or you're going to be perceived as one. Whether it's in sports, it's happened with me. Whether it's been at my job, I've had to kind of be that person.
Mm-hmm.
When I had to train a lot of people a lot of times. I had to train, people either whether on a forklift or I had to train my superiors, to be honest, because they didn't know what the hell they were doing. And you kind of have to be a bad guy, tell them that they either suck at this shit or they got to get it together and come back another day to get it done. And I get looked at as an asshole, but they come back around and be like, well, thank you. I'm trying to get better at my delivery with that because sometimes my delivery can be a little
harsh,
aggressive. Yeah. And it was the way I was kind of raised. In my household, you had to be aggressive to survive. Everybody goes, ah, everybody attacks. So that's how I would kind of deliver my message. I had to learn that even with dealing with my lady. I can't, I've had to be the bad guy with her sometimes, but I know I could have delivered it better. and I've learned that. But yeah, I mean, I think it happens when you're thrust into a leadership role. I don't think there's any way out of that. At times, you're going to be perceived at some point in time as that type of person.
Yeah, definitely.
So next question. Philo has been proven to eat just about anything. What is the weirdest or grossest thing you have ever eaten? Rob.
I feel like my answer is going to be one of the more tame ones, but mostly I ask this because I know you guys especially are on the road a lot. So I'm sure you've had the opportunity to eat a lot of weird shit. So I'm interested to hear what you guys have. For me, Brennan, you may have actually come across this because I know you've been in Europe a few times, and certainly I know this is something in South America where I know you've been as well. But I was at a Argentine restaurant here in LA with my fiance and her family, and I think maybe even my family for that one. And we ordered some blood sausage, which I don't know if anybody's ever had blood sausage. It's basically it's regular, like it's sausage, but it's basically been injected with the pig's blood and is like the blood has like solidified and is like part of the meat. And when I tell you, like, because I was like, all right, let me try this out. I don't want to like, this is a cultural thing. Like, it's from Argentina. I want to expand my horizons and try something new.
These are always famous last words, but go ahead.
When I tell you that thing tasted like I took a giant bite out of a blood clot. Like it was like, it just turned to like, it was like rubbery jello. Like it just didn't, it was, I spit it back out. I mean, I don't even know if that counts really, because I don't think I ate any of it. I took like a couple chews and I said, no, I am out. I know in Europe, it's called like black pudding or something like that. Like they use the blood of the animal as part of the cuisine. I will not eat anything's blood ever again. That is not for me.
I'm going to go next. I know I'm not going to be at the top Brennan for sure.
You don't want to follow that act. I get that.
I'm not Tony. Just for the record, my business partner's name is Tony. He would win this game. I'm not the most adventurous.
Oh, easily
yeah.
You would.
For me, I've had. I'm not that adventurous for food, bro, because I know my stomach just doesn't go for that shit. But I've accidentally had tongue before, like I guess cow tongue. A lot of time I eat at a lot of Mexican restaurants. I love Mexican food, and I didn't even know they just be chopping up cow tongue, and that's like they throw it as burrito meat. You know what I'm saying? So I asked my boy to give me a burrito, and I was eating it. And I was like, this meat tastes kind of different. I was like, what is this? He was like, oh, it's just cow tongue. And immediately my brain just sent all types of signs to where the taste immediately changed. Because eating it didn't taste horrible because the way they seasoned it. But you know how, have you ever had that happen? Somebody said something and then like your just taste buds just like activate something different? Yeah. Literally instantly that shit happened. So I would say that. And they eat this in the South a lot, liver pudding.
Ooh, I don't know. I think I've heard of that.
Liver pudding. It looks like a pack of shit, to be honest. It's normally in a pack where you know how those sausages are kind of like this long piece of sausage that kind of like a round piece, but it's like brown. It looks like dookie. It's just disgusting. That and chitlins. And I used to eat chitlins. Like
fuck chitlins, man.
Yeah,
fuck chitlins.
Yeah, but in the black community, it's like you don't be eating chitlins. That's fucking.
I cannot eat shit. I can't. Dog, I can't eat shit. I can't.
Stinks up the whole house. I don't understand how you even eat that shit after smelling it being cooked. It's disgusting. It's the
worst smell of any food I've ever experienced.
Yeah. So those are like the three things that stand out the most. I haven't been that adventurous past that though. Brendan. Oh yeah. So the question we were asking.
No. Yeah, you should probably. Just for you, Keenan. You should probably say, "Hey, look, an ice is here," and then just bring it in.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, we got Ice here. Showed up late.
You know what? Hey.
That's what he does. He shows up late. He has his Ice. Ice is late as his last name, but he's here.
What up, Ice?
He made it.
You know what?
I don't know how long he's gonna be able to stay in with us, but he's gonna be in for a few and answer some questions.
I had to come through and be on. We back in full effect. Maybe a little late, but it's all good. We out here doing the thing, and I don't know if it was said, but. If it was or not, I just need to let it be known.
I was leaving it for you.
Thank you so much. That's why I fuck with you, because you knew I was coming through. Just so you guys know, you are listening or watching to the greatest fucking anime podcast in the entire world.
That grammar felt weird.
More claps. We did it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, so Aisha's in here. We're going to finish up this particular question that we were asking. So what is the weirdest / grossest thing you have ever eaten?
Oh, you asking me? You already said it.
Keenan and I went. So Brennan's taking us home on this one.
Yeah.
Live squid.
So it's on you right now. Yeah.
Live squid.
Yeah, that shit is fucking.
Why did you?
Because I think it wasn't. It was fucking just doing dumb shit, hood rat shit with my friends. Just because
that is not hood rat shit. Eating a live squid is not hood rat shit.
Hood rat shit with your friends.
That category.
That does definitely
that is
fall
not
in
qualify.
that. Definitely
Can I please have some help here?
I mean, I don't know if that's considered hood rat shit with your friends.
Hood rat shit with my friends. Hood rat shit with my friends, of course. That really qualifies. Everything's under that umbrella.
How?
Because it was hood rat shit with my friends.
Okay.
That whole
squid, but not a live squid. Damn.
The whole time, the whole thing we were doing was hood rat shit with my friends. That was just one of the many things that we did, and it's just the fact that like you could fucking die by that, and I think it wasn't even nasty, but it was just gross because you just felt all of it, and yeah, it just wasn't a smart day for any of us. None of us died that were involved, but it just wasn't fucking smart. But it was gross. It was very gross.
Somebody died that wasn't involved?
Huh?
Nothing. I'm just being stupid.
People have died from that though. That's all I'm saying. We just were not one of those.
Live squid?
Yeah,
live
because
squid, that'll fight back.
Yeah. So like it'll fucking suck, like it can choke you out from like inside your throat.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it can choke you out. That's why it was stupid.
So like philo?
So like what?
Philo's, you know, the bird thing.
The bird thing.
She just eats.
Oh yeah.
That's kick its way back out of the stomach.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. Oh yeah.
So live squid was the craziest. All right. Brennan, go ahead, bring us home. We just feel like you have more.
I got a couple that are pretty interesting, I think. One of them is I ate kangaroo in Australia.
Whoa. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And they not even illegal. They treat kangaroos as rats, so they wasn't even.
No, it's not. They're more like deer than rats. I'd say they're more like deer. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. And it was absolutely delicious, and I would definitely do it again.
I would try kangaroo. That sounds pretty good, actually.
It was really good. I don't even normally like steak like that, but I was like, this shit right here, I can eat this
shit right here.
Like, we need to have this in the United States. We need to start farming kangaroo in the United States. That's how I feel.
Pete is not having that shit. Bro.
No.
They are not having kangaroo.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You go to the grocery store and they got kangaroo slabs in the freezer. Like it's not, and just like you buy beef. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like a delicacy. It's like it's at the grocery store kind of shit.
If it's around, I mean, yeah, people do that.
Because there's so many of them out there.
Yeah, they're like pests, kind of out there, which is so funny to me because I'm just like a kangaroo. We think of kangaroos as like so cute and like Rocco's Modern Life and all this other kind of shit.
They got claws, right?
Yeah, but they imagine if a kangaroo was your deer. That's how it is for them. So that's one. Another one is durian, which is a fruit that's native to Southeast Asia. It's called the stinky fruit. That was a horrible experience. I don't recommend that.
It's kind of like a little brown, and we crack it open. It's like powder looking, or sort of kind of.
No, it's like a juicy, meaty kind of thing.
Juicy, meaty kind of thing.
I didn't like it. It's pretty bad. And I'll say that just to give Tony some props, he ate balut in front of me. Anybody know what that is?
No idea.
So balut is a fertilized duck egg that you eat where the duck is so... When I say fertilized, I mean like the duck is like, it's about to hatch. And they're just like, okay, instead of hatching, we just boil this shit, put some vinegar in it, and then you slurp the whole thing out of the egg.
What the fuck?
And then you eat it. That's
abortion.
And you eat it with a crunch.
I
actually have the video of Tony eating that.
Oh God. I would say Cam insert that, but hell no.
He ate it, and he also said it was delicious. Is what he said. So
I don't put that past him.
I've seen him eat ox balls before.
Like sacks, like
nut sacks. Mm-hmm.
So he would be a beast on Fear
And
Factor.
I was just about to say that.
He'll eat any of it. Like you eat these worms, he'll eat it. Like it's not nothing grosses him out. He's one of the most gross human beings I've met. I'm just saying. Do you disagree with any of this, Rob?
Not at all. No, if it smells bad, Tony's like, give me that.
Yeah, because Tony himself is a person that on occasion smells bad too. So it's just like for him, it's just like this is my family, this is my home. You know,
You're a fucking
That's
jerk.
that's fucked up.
it sounds fucked up. It sounds fucked up, but Tony wouldn't disagree with any of this. I stand by
if
that.
Tony were here, he'd be like, yeah, I mean, you know.
Well,
That's
agree.
exactly what Tony would do.
I saw it because Rob, when you said it, Rob was kind of like, yeah, he does.
I'm not even being an
It's not bad.
asshole right now. Everything I'm saying, Tony would say in different words himself. And if he heard me saying in those words, he would not be offended in the slightest. He just shrugged.
No, I've known Tony since high school, and I remember him going to the cafeteria just like, give me the garlic shit. I want to smell terrible by the end of the day. Like, he started there and has graduated to balut, you know?
Fucking
He wears that as a badge of
late
honor,
term
trust
aborted
me.
eggs.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Kangaroo, bro. Kangaroo is, I wasn't
Delicious.
expecting that, to be honest.
I would try that.
Is Rocco? He's
He's
not
a
a
wallaby.
kangaroo. Yeah,
They're just like little. A wallaby is just like a little kangaroo.
I
They're
will
the same
say
shit.
an opportunity I missed out on, and maybe hopefully I'll get the chance to again next time I go to Peru. I really want to try cuy, which is just
fuck that guinea pig.
it's just
Nah.
guinea pig. Man,
Nah.
I almost because I went to like a street festival there where it's like just like cuy on a
They look.
stick.
You can see them.
It's
You can
literally-
see they're like ah.
Yeah, it's like a for real like whole guinea pig with no hair, just roasted up.
They on a stick.
Oh,
Yes.
So it's like
Yes.
a roasted
Yes.
pig. That's disgusting, man. I can't.
That's,
I don't want to see
that's
the face.
somebody's pet.
Yeah,
Not in Peru.
Yeah, you
Not
you
for
gotta just give me guinea pig nuggets or something like that. Like, don't let me see the whole body or
Yeah,
some shit.
it's
Like,
literally looking at you like.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
It looks like
fucked up.
understand why
it
y'all
looks
take
like a
that-
guinea pig mummy.
Why do y'all take these risks or want to take these risks when you have to be possibly in this country for a few
Oh,
more
dude.
days? And it's like,
Yo,
what if your stomach gets upset? That's a wrap for you. You're gonna be.
Oh,
That's
y'all
true.
want to hear a story about stomach upset? Rob, do you know this story?
possibly. I've heard a
Like-
few from your travels.
oh no, yeah, you told me this one.
I got 24 hours away from dying because of some shit I ate in Cambodia.
Oh,
Or
that's
shit-
right. Yeah.
Yeah, some shit I drank, I should say, actually. I had like natural coconut wine when I was out in the provinces, which is like literally just like out in the huts. Like I was out there in the huts for like a week. Like they had a thing called Khmer New Year, which is like the New Year for Cambodia. And bruh, when I tell you, I drank it and I was good. And like a couple days later, went back to the city. And I was out here just chilling, you know what I'm saying? And then I went to bed. I felt pretty bad before I went to bed, but it wasn't like horrible. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I'm like, this is easily the worst fever I've ever had. Like I knew it immediately. Like I don't need a temperature tech to tell me how bad this fever is right now. Like it was horrible. And so like it was so bad that like I ended up just like sitting in the shower that was running cold water on me. I got delusional. And I don't even remember this, but apparently I called Tony Valentino, who was in the United States at the time. I was just like, hey, I feel weird about asking somebody to take me to the hospital, but I might need to go. And Tony like yelled at me. He's like, go to the fucking hospital, you know? And they took me to the hospital and they just like, when you go to the doctor, in my mind at least, I always want the same. If there's something wrong with me and I go to the doctor, I always have the same thing I want to happen. I want to go there. They like, oh, this is what this is. They give you a pill and then an hour later, everything's better. That's what I want to happen every single time I go to the doctor.
I feel you.
That is exactly what happened with amoebiastasis for me. Like I was on death's door, beyond dehydrated. They said my fever was 107.
Oh my
And
God.
they were like, you would die. You would have died if you wouldn't have come here. They gave me one pill in an IV. An hour later, I was 100% better. Like the fever was gone. My stomach felt better. I wasn't diarrheaing and shitting everywhere. Throwing up everywhere. Like they were like, here's your pill. Here's your IV. Lay in that bed for an hour and a half or 2 hours. Have a good day. That was it. And it cost it was incredible. Huh?
It's a normal thing out there for that thing to happen. That's why they keep that.
Oh, yeah.
stuff ready. Okay.
Yeah, they knew exactly what that shit was. They were like, oh, that's amoebiastasis. It's not a common thing because most people aren't as stupid as I was. They were like, wait, you drank the shit that we told you not to drink? This is literally what they tell you not to do when you come to this country is don't drink the locals' water or like their homemade drinks. And I was like, yeah, I was some pretty girl and, so, but yeah,
Almost
either way.
got pussy whipped to death.
Yeah, it would have been rough. So, yeah, Good
Okay.
times, guys.
He
Good
made it
times.
though. Glad you made it out the other side.
Glad you made it. So we actually wanted to go back and because we already answered this question too, Ice. So it'll just be you answering. Have you ever had women fight over you?
Say that again.
The question is just for you because we already answered it. Have you ever had women fight over you before?
Yeah. It was very, very unfortunate occasion, and it was funny too because one of the ladies, she was like a known fighter, like she didn't beat people up before, and the other girl, she never fought in her life, but she had been running track and lifting weights and like just being an athlete her life, and like those athletic instincts kicked in, and she beat the dog shit out the other girl that was known for being a fighter just because she was just athletic, and she just like I remember this shit because the girl tried to run away, like the track girl tried to run away, but the other girl caught up to her and like turned her around, and then she just like kind of sidestepped her, and then just one hit and she was out, and it was just like fuck, like how the fuck, like you've never fought. But I thought about it, it's like you've been lifting and doing like athletic shit your whole life, so you built like this. So if you hit a girl, like an average girl that she may have been fighting all the time, but she not ready to take that level of a punch like from somebody that strong.
Most women never get slept. It's always
exactly.
they really have the power, except when it comes to MMA fighting. Of course, you see that a lot, but
right.
You rarely see it in regular fights on the street. Damn, what did you do? You didn't fucking try to stop it? You didn't?
No. So what happened was the girl. So it was a wall. So the girl, again, tracked. So she like hopped over the wall, but then there was a gate. So the girl ran down to the end of the gate and cut her off at the gate. And then, like I said, like she like kind of cut her off, but she got ahead of her. And then I was like, what the fuck? Because they just ran out like my house and went over the wall and shit. And then when she caught her, like she's like I said, turned her around, and then she tried to sleep her, but she sidestepped her, and it was just one hit, and that was one of the few times I've seen somebody get slept, and it's just her sheer power alone. They not used to, like you said, they're not used to taking that type of punch, that powerful of a punch. Okay. And I came at the end with just like break, like basically tried to wake her up, like, hey, get up, like just fucking slept.
You let them, man, just let them go, man. Let them wake up on their own. Every time I see hood fight, they always try to pull the person up. Get up, man. It's like, nigga, let me sleep.
Shit. I gotta rest, man. You gotta sleep that one off.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Okay. So Brennan's face.
So I'm disappointed in that story, Ice.
You said what?
Brennan was expecting guns to be pulled out.
I wanted a gun pulled out in your story. I really did. Or a weapon of some sort.
Yeah.
Nah, just hands. Just hands.
All right, so
these are registered as weapons.
The fact Brennan said he wanted weapons pulled out is hilarious.
I just expected it. I was like, first of all, we all agreed that you were going to have a story. We were like, we know Ice will have a story. And I was like, not only will he have a story, a weapon gets pulled. That's my prediction. So I was wrong.
No, all of the weapons have been pulled, but just not on another girl. The weapons have been pulled on me. I've been stabbed over some shit like that, but no weapons have been pulled on another person that wasn't me.
I'll take half credit.
All right, so next question. At this point of the show, could you ever be friends with the other heroes? Ice.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Even though honestly, out of all the shows we watch, I cannot keep up with nobody's names. Like my names with these guys, I have no clue. The sword dude and the other dude, those two guys, huh?
The arrow guy.
Arrow, yeah. Those two dudes, they coming around. You can see that they ride like there's something there, but it ain't like. You can see that towards the end that they gonna be on his side. You can see it coming like a mile away. But like, still no, fuck y'all. No. Like, there's no reason. You started that. Like, you may, whatever spirit dude, like the fact that you don't believe me in that situation is, you can't ride for me. So no, I can't be your friend. No matter what we do, I know we got to fight together. I know we fought together, but I can't be your friend after that. It's just how y'all did me and how y'all set the whole thing up. Like, it'd be different if y'all just tried to play me out on the spot, but y'all set it up for me to get fucked over. So, no, we not fucking friends. That shit premeditated.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the sword guy I feel like he's the only one that actually is kind of, he always seems like he's kind of been a little bit hesitant, like, But even this time around, he's kind of like, man, I had no reason not to believe this guy. He seems like he's, I feel like maybe the first time he was in a tough spot, so it's different. And a lot of times, you normally don't go against like sexual assault like that. So, it's kind of hard for them to not be on, the woman's side in that case, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like in this particular case now, I feel like he understands that he's kind of like, nah, shit don't seem like seems to seem like it's stacked against him. So him, the arrow guy, I really don't know. The spirit guy, he can go fuck himself for life.
Oh yeah, he can go fuck himself.
And it will never be cool. Matter of fact, even I hope before we even get out of this world, we gotta definitely have a head up fade again. And I want to see how I can get to your world and fade you in your world too. Because bro, you have literally a hard on for me for no reason. Like for no real reason on your end.
You just being a dick. We want the gold, sucker.
You coming for you, Hogan? Oh,
Spirit hero, we coming for you, nigga.
You, nigga. Oh. Go ahead, Rob.
I mean, I'm pretty much in line with you. Like, I could maybe see myself, maybe hanging out with the sword hero at this point. Because, I think, to me at least, Spear Hero, fuck no. Like, he even if he doesn't know what the fuck Miney's up to or whatever, like, he's doubled down on that too many times for me to ever be cool with that dude. The bow hero is he's just too reluctant and like definitely arrogant and definitely doesn't know how to check himself. Cause like even when, he showed like, hey, I had to clean up your mess. He was just like, yeah, that's bullshit, And I think he was still the one that was dropping the Spider-Man quote or whatever. I know that didn't get brought up, but one of them brought up like, with great power comes great responsibility. And now Fumi fucking spit his drink out. But like the sword dude is maybe because he at least seems to be well reasoned. I could see like, if he's in court with those or if he's in like the king's court, maybe he doesn't know what's going on. I could see him siding with the evidence, taking this woman at her word. But like as more things are coming out, he at least seems to be a reasonable person. He's definitely a little cold, but I could see some common ground coming out there. So yeah, maybe the sword guy.
Brennan?
I'm a really forgiving person to a fault, I think.
Oh my God.
So I think I'd have a hard time with the spear hero. But I think the other two heroes, like, they proved themselves to me and they really, they really, ended up like learning and figuring out like, okay, I apologize. You've been right this whole time. I didn't realize that it's just easy to fall into these. I froze?
You're good. Because I know the audio got you in your room, but go ahead.
Okay. No, but so I would have just been like, I probably would be able to rebuild a relationship with those two. The spear hero would be a real challenge. I could probably get into a space where I was like, I can fight adjacent to you, but don't talk to me. Like, that's probably the best he can get.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And I like I said, I could see the other two is just different because you're in a tough spot in that first case anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
Brennan, you said you got a hard out at 130?
Yeah, we can call it 140. It's fine.
Okay.
I got a hard out right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to just, y'all can say what y'all.
What's
I'm
your
just going to
score?
give my ratings and stuff.
Yeah.
Rating, well, more the same. Nothing too crazy. Still semi-interested in the show. The sword hero and everything, like I said, you can see them. You know that they're going to come along to it. Cool, whatever. But nothing more the same. 6,000.
Okay. All right, bro. Peace out, man.
All right, Joe. Yep.
All right, so I wanted to ask Brennan's last question before we got into our scores and stuff like that. So would you be making similar decisions to our protagonist in this particular world? Brennan?
It's a hard question for me, simply because like I feel like I have a hero spirit, but I think he did too in the beginning. And that I would want to be somebody that's a man of the people and want to help him out. But if I got betrayed to the level he did by not only the king, not only the other heroes, but also like the public opinion, it would be really difficult for me to be like, for me not to be like, I'm in this for me. And so I would probably say I would make a lot of the same decisions as him. Some of them, his decisions he makes, I can't really get down with. Or it's like, yo, we're dying of a famine. You're the only one who can help us. Where's your money? Like, for me, I'm like, I don't know if I'd be able to do that unless I needed it. If I needed it, which he might, then I'd be like, all right, cool. But if I didn't need that, then I'd say otherwise, I'd probably make a lot of similar decisions. I think the only thing I would do differently, as I know Rob is going to bring up anyway at some point, is I'd probably be sitting the two women I'm traveling with down and be like, look, here's some parameters we need to talk about. Like, this is either happening or not, and you need to stop, kind of thing. But other than that, I'd say probably pretty similar.
I don't
Wait,
know.
there was one decision. I'm sorry, I almost interrupted Rob's thing earlier because there was one decision that had to be made in one of the last episodes that was pretty crazy to me. I'm trying to think of what it was.
Was it the royalty, the kid?
Yeah, that decision. Like, I think I would have heard her out because she was like, I had been traveling all this time and she's been great. Like, she was welcome as part of the party. Like, my people love her. You know, she's just looking out. And, you know, like, I would at least hear her out. I'd be like, look, I don't trust royalty, but because of how this happened, I'm going to listen to you. That doesn't mean I'm going to believe you, you know, kind of thing. So that's probably what I would have done.
Yeah, that was actually my first answer was going straight to that, was that I'm going to hear her out at least. I would have heard her out because she just seems more genuine. The other girl out of the gate kind of seemed a little bit shady, came a little bit on too strong. When you come on too strong to me, I'm kind of like, yo, you doing too much, bro. You being extra. Me too. I feel like I have kind of a big heart, and I don't forget, but I can be forgiving. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for me, at a certain point in time, I feel like he's still being very, very defensive. Where at this point, I will be defensive, but I will still kind of be hearing stuff out more. I wouldn't necessarily always ask like the way he's going, like, well, I'm gonna need your money first. I'll be like, all right, man, I'll do this, man, but just know, like, whatever you guys got, we need to get some stuff going on my end because we're kind of low on some money. So whatever you guys can give, it would be more like that, but it wouldn't be like, yeah, we're gonna need some bread for this shit. So I feel like he's still, at the end of the day, he's still not as likable to me. He's still a dickhead, and I feel like he's made decisions being a dickhead, or at least the way he's delivered it. So I necessarily wouldn't do it the way he's delivering, but I probably would still kind of go about it the way he's doing it in the sense of like the actual outcome. Rob?
Yeah, I mean, very similar to you guys. I agree with the vast majority of his decisions. You know, where you guys have said you would be different, I agree. Because especially like when you see that clearly these two sisters don't get along. Like, all right, well, she doesn't like the other one that's already screwed me over. Again, that would cause me to at least want to hear her out. And I think I think we've said before, he's a lot colder than I think I would have gotten. Like, certainly, like, everybody's turned against him. But I think I still, like Brendan was saying, like, if I'm seeing these people are really fucking down on their luck, and there have been times he's told them, like, in the end, like, keep it, you know, or he's worked with people when they're like, I don't have money. He's like, well, what do you have? Like, everybody's got something, or I'll come back. But I think I would probably end up still just being like, no, yeah, like I just keep it. Like, I can tell you're desperate. And I'm not even trying to fucking stick around here. Like, I'm not trying to build some, like, obviously I want to get by and, like, you know, maintain that I get the best equipment, but I'm not trying to build any real wealth in this world. Like, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here when this is all over.
Well, you could leave it to Raptalia though.
True. You could give it to them as just sort of like a thank you, I guess. But yeah, no, there hasn't been a whole lot. It makes me uncomfortable how cool he is, like, with the slaver dude. That's still a little fucking weird to me, but like,
slaver dude was the only dude who helped him. I'm not actually too mad about that. That's the only dude who helped him.
That's the thing. It's just like, I don't know what else he's gonna do at this point, and other than just like go out there and die by himself, you know, like. So, yeah, for the most part, I agree with what this dude's done.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, too, with that stuff, like, everybody that he's helped, they've always came back around and been like, yo, thank you. You're different than we thought you were. We're sorry that we even felt that way. And I feel like that should be opening up his defenses a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into our favorites and our least favorite things about these and our scores. I'll go first. Favorite thing about this is just Filio getting the business, like, just working, whooping ass. I feel like I like the scenes that she's in. Well, she's the bird anyway. I don't really care for her as the little girl too much. I kind of like her. That was actually one of my questions I was going to ask, but I wanted to ask Brennan instead. But it was, who's your favorite character right now? And to me, she's my favorite character.
Okay.
I feel like, and then I even looked her up voice acting wise at least on a dub, because I was like, I know this voice from somewhere, but I just watched it. I guess she was just on fucking Promised Neverland, so that's why her voice is so in my head. And she's also the butterfly pillar on Demon Slayer. And I forgot those two girls, those two twins with the big old eyes. She's one of them also.
Okay.
on Demon Slayer. She has like a lot of other. She has a huge resume. But I like her. I like her voice. I think because her voice is so sweet. But she's like, I'm down to whoop ass, yo. I'm down to beat anybody ass. But it's like this so sweet voice. It's so funny to me. I love that. Mm-hmm. So she's kind of like my favorite part of the show, just in general, when she's going to work. My least favorite part, I just feel like the show is slow, and I just feel like I don't know. For me, I haven't felt like the stakes were as high as I wanted them to be for the characters yet. That's just me. Maybe they are to you guys, but I just haven't felt like there's been like real stakes to me. So going into my score, I feel like this show personally hasn't. I'm watching because we have to watch the show. Because we have to watch the show for this right now. I'm not necessarily looking for the next 5 episodes, being like, yo, I gotta watch the next 5. Only thing I kind of want to see is the next wave and see how dangerous that's going to be. I guess only because Brendan just hinted like, wait till the next wave. Wait till the next wave. Let's see. If he didn't say it, I wouldn't give a fuck about these next 5, to be honest with you.
I didn't even know I sounded like that. That's crazy. Thanks, Keenan.
I might have amped you up a little bit, but hey.
A little bit. Right.
A little bit. I might have embellished. But I feel like you kind of gave me a little something about this next wave that's coming. If you didn't, I wouldn't have cared at all to watch these next 5 besides watching the show. So for me, I would give this a very gracious 5,000. Rob?
Yeah, I for least favorite parts and favorite parts. Yeah, I'm just gonna, for my least favorite part, it's still just like the romance stories. I don't really see these characters connecting in that way. I know that this is like sort of just kind of comes with the territory. This is not unique to this show. You know, these romance subplots are just, it's a little ham-fisted for me. I'm not rooting for these characters to get together, and then you throw Philo on top of that, like as a child, like still like as a visible child trying to be like, no, I want this dude to be my mate. It's just off-putting for me. I just can't get, that's the one part for me. Like when we talk about like other shows like Kill la Kill, where it's just like, oh man, I like this show, but I would hesitate to recommend it to somebody because there's shit in here. I feel like they'd be like, hey, what the fuck is that about? And I'd be like, yeah, there is that. So for me, that's my least favorite part of the show. My favorite part of the show is actually the amount of payoff that they've had. I feel like they set things up well that come back later. And I'm even seeing some of these things that, like, I know Brennan said there's things that didn't get mentioned in the recap or even during the questions that we're not noticing. But I am noticing little things, like even when, you know, there was like almost the dual part 2 with the shield hero and the spear hero. And the local guard like stopped the thing. He made eye contact with this other dude that had like a scar across his face. And that dude was in Loot Town or whatever, fighting with the shield hero. Like, so the two of them were just like, he kind of gave that guy a look like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, this guy's trash. You know, the shield hero is like the good dude. And like, they had that moment. And even like, you know, the seed, you know, coming back later, like finding out what the heroes are doing and those all kind of becoming their own little episodes. I really enjoy the setup and payoff in that aspect of the show. So that I really liked. I definitely see what you're saying, Keenan. This episode stretch, this 5 episode stretch felt like a ton of setup. And I'm really hoping that we start to see some of that payoff in these next rounds. And the fact that like, oh, all of a sudden, right before this next wave, he's surrounded himself with a bunch of bodies. Like I'm hoping we start to see like some realness here, and we start to see like some consequences and some stakes, and like, oh no, people, like these waves kill people. Like they're not messing around, and like there's going to be a cost to this. I'm hoping we start seeing some more of that. I think I gave it a 6,000 last week. I'm going to go down to a 5,800 this week, just because the novelty of it wore off a little bit this week, and it felt like we were just kind of like trying to get to the next thing. But I am kind of excited for this next stretch. I'm very much anticipating this next wave.
Literally.
Go ahead, Brennan.
Yo, so for me, I agree with pretty much everything Rob said. My least favorite part is definitely the romance side of things or whatever. So he explained that pretty well. I don't need to really go into that. But on my favorite part of it is actually a different way of saying what Rob said, is that my favorite thing about this show is that it has like unintended real consequences. It's kind of like the reason why I like The Boys so much on Amazon is that it feels like the real version of what would actually happen. Like motherfucker kills a dragon and then the fucking corpse, of course, is a magical corpse that he just didn't even think about how to deal with that or if there's going to ever be any consequences of that. And that's normally the side of an adventure you never even think to hear about. And this entire show is about the consequences. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, I'm like, this is what you never normally see. It's like this motherfucker's going around cleaning up after these other motherfuckers because like they see like normally all we see is them bring the seed to the town and then everything grows and the town rejoices and they leave. And that's it. You know, but it's like, nah, this fucking seed, we already know what it was because we already read the caption for it. And that hero didn't read the caption. He just took the seed because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, I love seeing, like, as Rob called it, the payoff. I like calling it consequences. Is that everything that you see happen in this show has consequences, no matter what it is. He saved Loot City, and the people whose family is in the capital from Loot City are now part of his team. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything that happens builds on other things. And because of that, this show is going to be like a snowball effect where it's just like, oh shit, all this is only happening because of how it started. Everything is directly tied to everything that we've seen before. And for me, that shows strong writing. And yeah, these episodes I think are going to be the weakest. These 5 are going to be the weakest of the entire run.
Yeah.
But these episodes I feel may or may not be necessary for what comes next. So we'll see. My rating goes down as well. I think I gave it a 6,200 or something like that last week. It's going to be at like a 59. Because it was a little bit slow in the sense of, as Keenan always obsessed with action, there wasn't much of that. But we know another wave is coming, so maybe we'll get some more. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't necessarily even about the action, man. It was just like, you know, I just feel like the stakes aren't, for me personally, I don't, yeah. We'll see. I'm seeing what this next wave is going to happen. I watched Promised Neverland, and there was no action in there, but, woo!
Yeah, that show, bro. I can't with that show. I couldn't watch that show straight. I had to like interrupt episodes with Mob Psycho season 2 to like get my heart back in the right place.
Yeah, I was explaining a little bit to Rob about it, and he's kind of just like, "Ooh, that seems kind of heavy."
That sounds like a lot.
So yeah, you guys want to drop your stuff, Rob?
Oh yeah, RV Danger on Instagram.
Ice.McGowan on every single thing. You can catch him on all that stuff. Brennan?
At Mr. Producer Face on the gram.
That's also your Cash App too, right?
I wasn't even. I'm good actually. Nobody sends me no money. It's my Venmo, but nobody sends me no money, so there's no reason to say it anymore. But what I will say is shout out to Keenan Baker. He's going to be on the next Keep Your Distance comedy show.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to happen in 2 weeks, which is a really big deal for all those involved. It's a live virtual comedy show that my company and the company that produces this podcast, as well as employs Rob, is producing it. It is a live comedy show. You buy your ticket on Eventbrite. You get sent a link on the night of the show, and it's literally live broadcast to your living room, to whatever device you're going to be watching it on. You get to see it, and Keenan is going to be one of the featured comedians on that. This is produced also in part with Kev on Stage, and Tony Baker's going to be there as well, so it's going to be a good time.
Use promo code Keenan, Keenan. I'm nervous. I'm nervous as shit, bro.
Hey, don't worry, Keenan. I'm going to be right there.
I know, man. This shit is, man. This shit is nerve-wracking, bro. And not being on stage consistently like you want to, and then
And don't worry, Keenan. It's just like one of the biggest audiences you probably ever performed in front of.
That's one of the things, and then I feel like I can't do my material from the special that just dropped. So the timing for that is bad. It's just like I feel
your
like
material from that special is so good too. Good.
I can't repeat that. I can't. And then I have some jokes that got cut from there, but it's like some of those jokes are too raunchy. I think it's too.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So,
I'm telling you. No. I'm saying you can be raunchy on this show. Like every subject has already been broached. Every cuss word has already been used. This is not a clean show by any stretch of the imagination. You go wherever you want to go with it. I say there's nothing wrong with that.
It's going to be great, man. It's going to be great.
But, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is we don't give restrictions. It is mostly Kev on Stage's audience, which they expect him to be kind of clean. But at this point, this is season 7 or episode 7 of this. Yeah. People know what they're in for now. If they're still here, they don't care. So I say you go for it.
Yeah, I watched the comments a lot, and I was watching the comments on this past recent show, and they actually love the edgier stuff. This is the all-women show. The women killed it, too.
They killed it last week. And they killed it.
They killed it. So
I want to do another one of those. Them women were hilarious.
Yeah. Shout out to Zaynab, Cornelia, Janae, Angel.
And Miss Lyons.
Wayne. Somebody else. Alicia Cooper. So yeah, they all killed it. Yeah, catch me on Keenan Baker on every single thing. Yeah, I'll be on the Keep It Distance show. I'm excited about that. Nervous but excited. Make sure you go get the special, the Tony Baker and Friends special, whether it's on Amazon or Gumroad. We appreciate all the love we've gotten for it. Once again, they produced that also, Transit Pictures with Rob's company and Rob's company. So they put out the best quality stuff in my opinion, man. So show some love, bro. I can't wait to get back in the studio for the podcast because I'm sick of the Zoom shit, to be honest. And Brennan and I might be doing a Promise Neverland kind of like recap.
No, we're gonna do it. We're
gonna do it.
Yeah. Nice.
So be expecting that soon. We're gonna recap that first season. And yeah, man, answer all the questions as always. Follow us on all the stuff. Animeshun podcast on everything. And we thank you for tuning in every week. And thank you for tuning in into another episode of Animeshun.
Peace.
And so anime was solved forever.